Alright, alright. Hello everyone, are we... Yes, I have sound, I have some form of camera. There we go. Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of our No Man's Sky series. This is for update 4 and we are attempting a solo self-found no anomaly unlocks run. There's something that I have learned that is a little bit sad. That is, there is no way to unlock most of the base pieces anymore without the anomaly. So somewhere along the line, maybe when we are done with base computer quests, we will consider the unlock of the anomaly purchase for base parts available. So we will do things in that order. That means there's still work to be done. But it's really a little bit sad that there are so many base things that we can no longer obtain. And what's even sadder out of it is that this construction research unit used to be a different machine or a different name, and it used to enable you to purchase all the things. So apparently, in one of the changes some long time ago, they decided that forcing players to go to the anomaly was the way to go. I get it, it's pushing people for multiplayer, it's a hub for activities. It really feels awkward. In any case, today is the day where we will dedicate ourselves fully to the repair of our ship. Before we go there, however, we're gonna check up on all of our terminals to see if there is any timed thing that we need to take care of. We're gonna ask this person, for example, what multi-tool they made for today. It is an A-class free wood. What type of tool is it? It's a pistol. I mean, pistols are not great. They're actually good at mining. So that's funny. Does it begin with a supreme beam amplifier? So that is something. It does not have the upgraded mining.
Waving hand v Ohio.
Hey David, how are you doing? Ooh, is this better? I mean, it's also unrepaired, so that needs help. But at the same time, it is free and it's A rank. And honestly, it's just 2 more slots. I'm gonna take it. I mean, of course, taking it is for free. The question is, are we gonna use it? And I guess we are gonna. So, how do we change that once again? Swap multi-tool. We go to the second one, the End of the Stars. That's a cool name though. And then we say multi-tool. Now we're gonna remove these things. Remove these things. Go. There we go. There we go. Can we remove you? Sure. Ah, no, it cannot be removed. This can be removed though. And I guess ferrite dust is a little bit too much to destroy. And now we change back again to the new one, the End of Stars. And let's recast things in it. I see. In 1 carbon nanotube. Every time we do this, we actually lose some of the materials, but it's free. What else is important? Yeah, you are important. We need 1 more carbon nanotube. Somehow we ran out of carbon? Not expected. But for real? I mean, this condensed carbon here. We could turn it back. We're gonna do just a little bit. It's also gonna go super fast. You get 2 to 1. I guess 50 is enough. Okay, so mining is done. I think we're missing one of no combat scope. No, no. Then we are done indeed. So we have this. Okay, good. Ooh. So we have everything now.
Do you like the UI controls in the game Bakira? A lot of people mention it's to console like person shrugging.
I feel like there are some issues, especially inventory navigation is probably the weakest part. And yes, it is, you know what, it's probably a lot easier for consoles because they just have shoulder buttons, right? But I don't really mind. Nowadays, it's better to have great controls for console and average in PC because PC players have all the advantages with mouse and keyboard. So I don't mind that there's a little bit of sacrifice. Otherwise, you end up with two different control schematics, and that is just a pain to make. This we transfer, this we transfer, this we should probably install. That's a lot of ferrite we should transfer. Aluminium, cobalt, and condensed carbon can go back. I think. I guess you can go. Let me install this. Wait, what exocraft do we have active? This is the big thing, right? I actually don't think the Colossus can do anything special.
So you like console first design principle strip? Think I'm against it personally. I feel it restricts PC users because it's on different platforms.
That is correct. You're absolutely right. The moment you go multi-platform, you have to make a very hard choice between deciding if you're gonna make console life easy or PC superior, because the possibilities with a full array of keyboard are obviously unlimited. So the question becomes, are you willing to risk that your console players will neglect the game because they feel PC has it a lot better, right? So imagine an FPS. If you put the two people together and they fight each other, and the console player obviously cannot fully perform to the extent that a PC player can do because of the mouse precision and so on, then they will feel alienated, and you're risking harming the player base in a different way. When PC gets the short end of the stick by having controls that are not perfectly suited for what normal PC games would offer, they still find their way around it, and the impact is a lot less because they still have a much nicer control. Controlling the ship, shooting, um, uh, managing inventory when you have to order the slots, right? Like with a mouse, you still... Let me give an example. With mouse, you still move this to here, right? With a controller, I would have to do left, 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 down, down. So I already know that even now, I'm still having a better time than console players on many situations. And I do have shortcuts here to go wherever I want, to still be
Can't you
similar.
have UI design for each, or would that take too much time to make? Then you don't alienate any one of them.
There are two dangers out of that. So again, another great question. The two dangers out of that. The main one is it costs double the time or more because you have to make sure that all functionalities are available in both. And the second one is that if you do somehow features that are differently used in one platform than the other, you end up doubling your features even in game. Say for example, minimap in an RTS. If you're able to ping with a mouse on the map, but then on console you cannot do it, you have just created two different feature sets for the same game. So you create even deeper problems than it would just be to have similar controls. Because if the features are all the same, but the controls to access them are a bit different, that's fine. But if you cannot get some of the features just because you are on one platform or the other, let's bring another different example. In consoles, usually there are circular radial menus, right? Like so you hold one of the shoulder buttons and then you select But in PC, this almost never happens. You would have to like hold Alt and then move the mouse in the correct circular direction. So usually circular menus are much more console friendly than PC friendly. So if you end up having better control in consoles, different feature sets in consoles, because the radial menu could be configurable and it can have shortcuts to crazy things, you create a lot of overhead work for the UX UI team, and that's super dangerous. It's all a matter of time in reality, right? Of course it can be done, but some other features may suffer because of it, because you had to put way too much attention on platform parity and controls parity. There's also regulations behind every console, like some consoles do not accept submissions if certain controls are not respected in their particular console compared to the others. Oof, there's so many problems behind this. It only makes life harder. But back to our game. Thank you for the questions. That's really, really cool. Back to our game. How about we clean up our inventory and then we start looking at the list of things we need to gather for our ship. Maybe we even make a list. That would be nice. Let's begin by making sure it's all clear. Ah, yes, I wanted to use that module. That's why we changed to a Nomad. With a new inventory system, the Nomad became an amazing thing. Because what it used to happen is that its inventory was so small that you had to fight between technology and inventory. Now that both are at a ridiculously reasonable size, you can fill up your Nomad with crazy inventory, crazy technologies, and still have all of the inventory slots that would make any
Thank you
exocraft
for
great.
answering my questions, SU Prize.
Gladly. I love talking about games, right? So it always works. Let's put this here, and it's time to make a list. So what do we have here? I see paraffinium 150. There's something I can do right now to make my life easier. Give me all of this. I know there's more. Where is it? We're gonna repair every paraffinium requirement. Didn't we fix all the phosphorus things? There's a lot of dioxide needed. Okay, that is all the ognium that was needed. That's copium. Yeah, copium good. What else do we have right now? Ammonia is not it. None of these were... Ah, phosphorus, yes. So there was one thing that still required the phosphorus. There we go. Okay. So that's it for those. Let's keep doing the math. Paraffinium done. Chromatic metal 100. This is the one that's gonna break us. Chromatic 100.
Do you write down all the things you will need in a notebook strip note?
Absolutely. Notebooks are the best friend of a gamer. Pyrite 60. Metal plating 3. And then at least we can make a tally. A tally. That's the name of our cat, by the way. I should have some wiring loom still somewhere. Are you here? Yes. I think that was the last wiring loom needed. So no, no, no. Repaired. Repaired. Very good. No more wiring loom needed. Up the momentum. Okay,
Sorry to always be on the other end of things, but I can't stand them XD. If I can't remember what needs to be done in a game, then I find the game gives too many options.
well, I mean, we could also do this very slowly, right? Like we look at one and it's like, okay, let's go get paraffinium. But I'd rather tally it all up. Antimatter 3. Yeah, that is a good. Gold 75. And the pure ferrite is not delivered. Pure 125. That is a lot. Actually, no. You know what? Considering how much of a lot it is, let's start making some. So grab you, put you here, back. Having a large refiner is great. Here, do 150 while we count. Okay. So we were at pure ferrite and gold. So next up is dioxide. Yeah. 40. My god, these requirements. Mag, fe, 50. Plus 60 to chromatic metal. The variety is killing me. Gold plus 45. That was only technology, by the way. Pirate 60.
Then the game should have an option for adding a Toto list or wanted materials list, not having the player write it down.
Ah, I understand what you mean. Yeah, that would be a cool idea. I think you can actually do something similar, but just for one thing. Let me click. So we go here and we say view repair instructions. Yeah, so you can give yourself a quest for one of them. But that is it. Yeah. Did it say to craft 5 antimatter? That made absolutely no sense. Well, I'm glad I turned it off. By the way, do we want an economy scanner? Like, that would be really interesting. One thing at a time. Don't get distracted by every single idea. So,
a pop-up that takes 35 of the screen for one material seems more like a tooltip. Or yes. Codex index.
That is very fair. No arguments here. Platinum 25. Antimatter plus 3. Nothing. Dioxide again. Plus 40. The oxygen is repaired, that's good. Paraffinium, you win again. 150. More hundreds. Chromatic metal, as predicted, is gonna be the hard. 3 more antimatters, which require chromatic metal. Gold, 75. Pure fe, 105.
I'm sorry, but I find No Woman's Sky does so many things with such good intentions but falls short on almost everything in the UI.
That is very true, though. There is no discussion here. I guess the oxide. I agree on a lot of things, and I still think it's a good idea for them to continue pushing out content, because most of the game really goes through the fun of the content rather than uh, the finishing touches of it. The moment they start closing things down or fixing or iterating things, it would be felt like they have forgotten to add more new things. It's a very dangerous and tricky situation, but I gotta give it to them. They have continued to pursue the path of adding enough things until the game feels more complete, and starting to ignore more or less the requirements that will make the game close, right? So once you can say, okay, we're done with this part, this won't be touched again. So they transformed themselves into a live game in some sort, and I think that was a smart move. I'm not sure if it's the best for the community in general, but yeah, I think they could do some more work in the UI. And very recently, all of this has changed because of Switch, and they decided to change almost nothing. All of this. The requirements have recently changed because of adding Switch to the possibilities. That's why the inventory is different, the saving system is different, many other things. But in general, the game still feels very samey. Okay, 50 here, 60 there, and gold. We urgently need a good source of chromatic metal. I'll see maybe if we can go out with the cars. 150 there. Mafe 100. And another pure ferrite thing. 75 gold. That's a lot of gold. How are we gonna do this? Another gold. Brutalite. Well, that's gonna be a lot of effort. But hey, I really like this ship, so if we finish it, I'm pretty sure we're gonna upgrade it to maximum as well. Very cool. So what are we gonna try to solve of all of this? I feel like paraffinium would be a great spot to start. Do we somehow have a lot of paraffinium? The purple looking thing. Not this. Paraffinium. No, we don't. We have actually very little compared. So there's paraffinium in the list. Chromatic pyrite.
Okay, I'll stop on the ranting of no UI Sky. Can we start talking about the story now? SU prize or the language learning in the game SU prize, or maybe how the players just spawns without any info on how you came to be strip suffer. Okay, I'll stop the PJ Salt now. The game is leagues better now than when it came out.
I think it's also very dangerous to forgive the game sins just because they have improved from before. It's very important to keep talking about the issues so that they can continue to understand that they need to be addressed. So I don't mind when people still bring up the shortcomings of the game. They are very evident, and I doubt that they don't see them either. But usually it's a matter of choosing what can you do in the time until the next expansion or next whatever content they're adding. So having to make that choice every single time is really complicated. And we should have... No, actually we did this correctly.
Oh, I don't forgive them for the worst marketing done in any game so far in history. They really shot themselves in the foot multiple times.
That is very true. That is very true. Pure ferrite. I think we can finish pure ferrite right now. Pure ferrite. Pure ferrite still open. Give me... I gotta say, this new inventory system has its ups and downs, and
It sounds mean, but it really was the worst thing ever. They were really smart to keep quiet and slowly work on the game.
Well, yeah, I'm guessing it started with a very bad decision, and then they worked up all their way to coming back. And I still don't know really how played this game is. I'm hoping it is still very positive for the future of the company and so on. But it's tough to say that done with its advancements. They will still have to keep on working on this game for a long time. On the crazy side, it has really put a spotlight on other games that have promised themselves better than No Man's Sky and have still not delivered. So I guess they did at least turn their eyes away from other problems. Let's store this and this so it doesn't get on the way. Okay, so that is pure ferrite out of the way. Let's strike it out. Pure ferrite. The amount of gold that we have stored cannot be that much. 179 is sadly not quite enough. We need like 3 times that amount. I guess we will have to work. Oh, this is not normal copper. Okay. Oh no, these icons used to be different. So I guess in the recent change they made a mistake. Any last thing that I can do? No. So on our
bug report icons are the same.
I don't mind to point out how many mistakes they still have in their game. Wow, magnetized ferrite is quite a number that we need. Okay. And we don't really have much. Do we have more pure ferrite? Not really that much in there. Do we have carbon loaded here? Yes. Let's make some more. In the meantime, base computer data. You want us to go to another world? Fine. I guess we'll do that.
I have a funny story about bug reports in the launch of World of Warcraft Classic D.
Tell me all about it. It's likely that in Classic they still had bugs that people knew about. Ferrite going. Now let's repair the ship a bit more. So it's about magnetized ferrite. Well, we are already out. Good job. Are we too far? Oh, that's not. So I need 50 and 50 more. Got it. I guess I'm happy we had so much ferrite. Grab it up.
So they stuck to the original really closely, even with bugs and unintentional things, so old players really did have the same experience. The problem is that when new players joined the open testing, there were hundreds of bug reports on enemies spawning at too big of an interval, something like only 10 each hour. This was exactly the same times as the original D. It was just that new players don't have patience and hates the spawn times.
I remember those days too. I can imagine that wall jumping was still a thing before they fixed it. Or maybe they already released Classic without wall jumping. I had a lot of fun with that. There used to be this bug where if you would stand at like this angle on a wall and then just jump while pressing forward at the same time, your character would clip into a higher pixel, and then you could just repeat this infinite times. It would let you skip crazy places before flying was a thing. It would also super bug out some raid encounters. Usually not in the favor of players, so people would shout at you for doing that. So, do we have enough? Yes, 101, perfect. So there goes... magnetized ferrite. Excuse me, we had 101. Ah, it's pure ferrite. Oh. Fixed. Magnetized ferrite. Alright, that's another thing off.
Did not have the fun to play World of Warcraft growing up, so never got hooked, and now Blizzard is well doing things I don't like, so I'm still searching for a big MMO to join.
That is a tough one. Finding an MMO in this day and age is such a completely different beast. I'm very sad for studios that are still trying to make MMOs happen. It's just not easy anymore. What are we trying to do now? How about we get off planet? Do we have enough to warp? No. Do we have enough to make antimatter? No. But we do have enough money, so let's go to the station, see what we do from there. Bring me there. But tell me, David, what type of MMO are you looking for? Or what type of experience? Maybe we can find something that we can recommend.
Finally, Fantasy 14 is the big great one that is doing so well. I was hoping of finding a group of people to play with.
Yeah, Final 14 is right now the strongest one, and it's solid enough that it can continue to attract new players, and that's usually pretty important. That is a lot of dioxide for almost nothing. I'm gonna buy that. That actually makes me really happy. It was a good purchase. What else is there? What is dirty bronze? Pure ferrite and pyrite. So this could give us pyrite. Yes. Yeah. So what has been said here is while Final Fantasy is an extremely solid game and it's still fun to play, when it's contrasted with the modern experience that new games offer, like for example Genshin's combat, you realize how outdated the old MMO mechanics are. So unless they adapt to the new things, old MMOs just will make you suffer. It's harder to get hooked on when all you can do is press 1 a lot of times. Or some combination of numbers. And we were talking the other day, or even today maybe, there's a tendency right now to replace complex combat mechanics by just world full loot PvP, where, you know, getting killed makes you drop everything. New World, Albion Online, Eve Online, and Mortal Online. My god, Online seems to be the common trope name. They all just try to replace the experience of a good gameplay by giving you the rush, the adrenaline rush of getting ganked all the time. So, let's trade with this person. See if there are some cool hidden stuff that we can buy off of him. Sadly, nothing from this. Let's check your ship. Useless. We'll look at this one. What we're looking for is either antimatter, chromatic metal, or just simply warp fuel. That could happen. Ironium, paraffinium, and chlorine. That's quite expensive. I don't want to pay that. Chromatic metal. Here we go. 500. That is amazing. That actually probably covers most of our costs. That's amazing. Okay. Go back to our ship. Starship. Let's do all the chromatic metal drops. Here we go. The oxide we also purchased. Very good. Chromatic metal. Platinum. I guess we could go out and start shooting at some stuff. The oxide, very good. Chromatic metal, very good. The oxide and oxygen. Very nice. Chromatic metal. What was that? Paraffinium, okay. And chlorine, that's such a random requirement. And this magnetized, no, cold.
I feel like every new iteration of Monster Hunter is becoming more and more MMOs, so I'll soon be playing that XD if they make like a Monster Hunter World 2. I tried to get into Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis, but that got way to grinding really fast. I suppose I did play Path of Exile for a while. I liked it, but it does not feel like a classic MMO. V Rising the same, wanted to try it out, but I feel like I would have to do it on a server with other people I know.
A lot of true statements there. V Rising does not try to be an MMO, it's just a survival game, which actually has very good content. It will be short, or rather short compared to what we usually want to play. But I gotta say, V was extremely well polished. I was very happy with that. The gameplay was solid, the crafting was solid, the farming was solid. It never felt like it was too crazy of a requirement. And even playing online on non-PvP servers was a very decent experience. Because honestly, PvP is just, again, lose all your gear and progress by getting ganked, and that never feels good. So, we made a lot of progress. How many antimatter balls do we need? 9. What is required to make one? Antimatter. Condensed carbon. Well, luckily we have a lot. So 9 of these. Done. So happy we came to the station. So happy we sold the ships. This allowed us to repair so much of this one. Okay, there is that. So we're down to gold, paraffinium, and the chlorine, which is a joke. Gold and paraffinium? Is that it? And I guess metal plating and pyrite. Shouldn't there be a lot of metal plating and pyrite ones? Metal plating... Yeah, there is one more somewhere. There it is. Okay, got it. Alright, what do you have for me?
The next MMO I'm looking at is Dune Awakening, but I think it will be similar to Conan Exiles, like the same company Funcom made previously.
Yep, I would agree on that assessment. I think it could be an interesting game. I don't think it will be the next big thing. I don't really know what is the next big thing going to be. There's a lot of promising stuff, but I don't live on promising anymore, so I'm gonna wait until things come out. I was really sad that Tower of Fantasy's combat was odd. Unpolished is the word maybe I want to use. I already bought from this person. Go away. But V-Rising was actually very decent if you want a shorter experience. Something with a start and an end. Waiting for MMOs, the classic long-term thing. You know what? I think I'm going to buy this chromatic metal again. This is just too good to pass up on. But I feel like we are starting to run out of things to buy from these random people in particular. We may have to get the rest ourselves. Perfectly. So...
I call those the ARC style games, and I don't know if they fit into MMO, but I might just have an old way of thinking about massive multiplayer games.
You are correct. They are a good comparison, and they do not fit to MMO, so people should not call them MMOs. They are multiplayer survival games. Survival crafting games, if you will. But in general, sandbox survival is really the name of the genre. Let's get home. No, I feel like I could farm a little bit. Also, I was curious about this. Is it really the same requirements or completely different? Oh, it's pretty different. Okay, we're gonna do that some other time. Alright. Time to get on the ship. Oh, yeah, wait. We wanted to make this and this. How much can we make? Okay, that's a very decent number. Very good. Now eat. Perfect. So, first up, we break the game. Never mind. Good. That was scary. Let's get out of here. We are down to needing gold.
Does Eco go into multiplayer survival crafting game with us veterans? I do think the politics is actually the core gameplay and not the job or crafting you do.
Well, it's not a survival game, so Echo is a sandbox game, particularly. It belongs to the same thing as Minecraft, even though you can die in Minecraft. But the survival part is really key in how different it is. It belongs to the same as Terraria, if you want. Even
you
though
say Eco and not Eco.
Eco? Echo? Ah, true, because I pronounce it in Spanish or German, I guess. Both are possible interpretations. Did we get a lot of slots? That's great. Let's go make some gold. Here in this nice asteroid field. Oh, we destroyed the entire asteroid field. And yeah, I agree, Echo has an incredible amount of potential. And they are in a complex situation where they have to ramp up without having the player base yet, because Echo is missing a lot of super cool, interesting features that would make the game more unique than what it currently is. But they cannot do it. So they have this problem of chicken and egg between making the game bigger before it has the player base, and satisfying the 16 player base by making the game bigger. And that's a very tricky situation. Honestly, the last update that they did with the food goes in the right direction, but it's work undone, like it's not going all the way. And then you look at everything else they could have done, and you ask, like, is food really the right place to attack right now? But hey, maybe they have more data than me. Look at that gold farming going extremely slow. I really enjoy Echo though. I think I've not played any other sandbox game starting over as many times as that. Even Terraria, which we spent more time on, we started less times over, if that makes any sense. And Terraria we made like 4 worlds total, 5 maybe. And in Echo I lost count. How are we doing gold? Okay, let's try to stop. Nice. Let's see. No. Gold. Gold. Oof, that one was expensive. Yeah, I guess we are out. How much more do we need? 75 again, 45 again. 75 again, 45 again. Wow! So almost 300 gold needed. Still needed. The good reason why I keep doing this is because farming tritium is very good on its own. So it's not like we're wasting our shots.
Such an amazing game, I can't even begin to describe how much I learned about the complexity of society, but you can't work with random people and try to make a thriving community of all the players I have met. I think only you and Aki actually listen to why most ideas are terrible and new ideas are needed every time you make a decision for a community.
Okay, I don't know what just happened. They go mining and then someone tried to attack us all. One person alone. That's great. Echo is really a very unique game. I think it's a gem left to be discovered. It has one problem for its mass spread still, which is that it's a very unstreamable game. It's very different from Minecraft, which you can totally watch, no problem. What is this? Oh, nothing. Okay. Ooh, now this became something. Sentinel Pillar. Yeah, those are tasty. Very nice. So it's very hard to spread the word on Echo, because your argument to convince others is like, it's a game where you do normal stuff and then a meteor tries to destroy your world. Honestly, the meteor part is currently the most appealing to it. And because of that reason, I think if I were to invest effort, and a limited effort into what could make Echo better, I would aim at more different world problematics that can be solved through communal work. Could be flooding, tsunamis, earthquakes, disasters of any kind. Launch SimCity and see what works, like what disasters have been done. And all of those would totally fit Echo and the mania of players coming together to solve a problem. I love the non-combat section of it, even though hunting exists. It doesn't need any more than that. I'm missing a little bit of industrialization later on, but you know, it's not one of the core issues. I think I would basically create a bit more content for it, so that there could be more entertainment, especially to watch. A lot more fun if you see a natural disaster happening. We got almost no gold there. Oh my god, bad. Trains, absolute must. Let me rephrase. Better transportation methods. I would do train, boat, and plane, or helicopter if you want to feel more like Echo. I think there's currently very little in the modern era progress on. I would make parts a little bit harder and new jobs show up in modern era. Echo honestly has a ridiculous amount of potential, so I'm not afraid about the possibilities of the game. The game design space is super ripe. They can do a million things. The only problem will be that their team is very small, and they also don't have a proper marketing team helping them out. Maybe not proper, it's not the word, but rather a small marketing team without a giant budget. When's the last time you have seen a trailer Echo, right? Or even a live stream of the developers of Echo? Where there was a very good attempt a year ago.
Because of difficulty not come together because of it. Example miner, please dig down your tailings. No, I need the money to get to the next tier. I'm already behind the main miner. Water levels rise and my house gets flooded.
Yes, I know, but difficulties create opportunity. So if you put some sort of system behind it, people will find fun behind it too. It could be rewards. It could be that because the disasters are a bit more dynamic, the mayor of the town has to put a bounty reward on helping against the disaster itself. So if a tsunami is coming, all of those who participate by digging a trench or whatever, they just get a reward. So your job now becomes a new way of making money. There could be famine, there could be so many things that appeal to the jobs that exist. But the idea of creating a bit of dynamicity into the game is good. Because another one of the dangers of Echo is that it can grow stale for people that are not used to mindlessly repeating a job, or those that do not mind, right? So for those that have done everything already without new changes, it's gonna be hard. I really like what they tried to do with food, favorite food. I think they could do a lot more. That made Cook's life supposedly more interesting, but apparently they missed with their food decay. So again, complicated issue trying to expand the game and not hitting it right. My god, we have been unlucky with the ball. I feel like I should return home and... Oh my god, wait, that one was good. Never mind, it was the nugget. That was cold. Nice. Oh. That was a sneeze. Ah. What is this? That was the enemy, actually. That was a very bad spawn location for the enemy.
Bless you, strip prey.
What is going on? Why is... Oh my god, I knew it. That was not the enemy. That was indeed not the enemy. I should have paid more attention. Okay. I need to get out of here. So, I lost one standing and then I gained 2 new standing. Well done, me. Did I kill the interceptor? No. Thank you for the blessing. Dine in blessings. Die in blessings? But that sounds reasonable.
1 step back, 2 steps forward is good process.
Yeah, dine in blessings. Okay. 156 gold. How much more can we fix? This we absolutely can. We could do the other 75, yeah, let's do that. So we're now missing 90 gold, right? 90 there, 90 there, 50, 45, 40. How about we try to find some paraffinium? I think that would be fun. Do you have paraffinium? No. At least you don't tell me. Do you have paraffinium? Home? No, Phasium. Okay, then a good time to jump into the base computer place.
Well, it's midnight here, I think, at your time zone too. I'm jumping in the shower and going to bed. Give the missus a hug from me, and I'll see you again soon if you are streaming more Strip Cozy.
Thank you, David. Have a great night. And thanks again for the visit and the chat. Always fun, especially about games. Kinda my favorite topic. And see you next time. So we move to the new system. Oh wait, is this the pirate one? I think I saw the pirate symbol on it. Maybe... You know what, we will see. Ah! It is time for the emergency. Okay, good. So here comes our new freighter possibility. However, the most likely scenario is that we will not take it unless we are extremely lucky and we get an S-rank freighter.
Yunnan Music look for in South Iran leg soon horizon field man for UFOs AUS dem all derm skicked ein general ne flagger staffel hinter her alarm seal gewen when and so for the I war and door.
Okay, shield down. Wait, I need to pay attention right now. Apparently this ship is terrible at combat, so I need to be a bit more careful about how I fight.
D by Bakira D great text to speech.
See you, David. Okay, the shield issue is tricky. Honestly, I'm a little bit worried about the ship. Maybe I can dodge? No. I would have seriously hurt my ship. Okay, I don't want to abandon the place. But I kinda really want the shields to regenerate a little bit. Please start regenerating. I need... Oh my god. I needed time to check if I can build some ion batteries or whatever the field equivalent is. See if we can do it fast. Star shield requires gold. Oh my god. That is both terrifying and also doable. Oh my god. Okay, we did it. We actually got some repairs in. That's very good. Okay, there we go. Oh, come on. Yeah, I can hear my ship breaking. I need another round of fuel regeneration. Four pirate targets. Come on, I did not break that before colliding. We did get a bit of gold. Is that enough? Yes. One. Okay. That's not a lot of healing. I did not expect that. Okay, we got him. Let's open the packages in case there's more. Don't see. That was it? That was the only package? Oh my god. Well, that is a very efficient way to kill me. I lost track of it. Is this it? Super dangerous. Oh, come on.
Critical damage taken.
Come on, shields. Come on. I would love it if the shields recovered a little bit faster. Okay. You need to be out of combat for shields to recover? I did not expect that. I guess I'll take as much recovery as possible. And that's it. Oh. On.
Hostile ships defeated.
Yep. That was pretty brutal.
Alert. Navigational data received.
Where? This one? Alright. Well, I can already see it's not a super capital, so I doubt we're gonna get this one. Nice landing. Perfect. I will be thankful for the repairs though. That was pretty good. Okay. Eheu! Spectrator. So I could claim this for free. And it's nice that it has some gold. But I'm not gonna waste my free cargo on this one. Also 10 out of 17. Super bad. So request payment instead. And we still get super good things. The gold, thank you. Genius gold. Perfect. Okay, so gold is covered. We are down to pyrite and paraffinium. 10 chlorine, of course. Yeah. Everything else is super doable. It's pretty good. So now, we go to the base computer location. That's gonna be step 1. Mechanical planet, huh? Oh my god, what is that? What a scary planet, Jesus. This is easy to get right. Floating blobs of bleb. Weather, invisible mist. So is that good? Is that bad? Begin the scan. Seems like a livable planet, so I'm a bit surprised. Ah, we can scan the flying things. So what are you, flying things? Well, apparently nothing. But we were able to scan it. That's, I guess, a bit of a surprise. What are you? Pure ferrite and sodium. I mean, it's pretty cool to harvest something so big, so see how much it gives. 4 sodium, that is pitiful. Okay, let's get back to what we want to do. Close up. That is not the entry. What is that? That is an animal? Oh, that's very interesting. Can I make it my pet? I can indeed make it my pet. If I had any carbon, which I don't. Damn. I don't know, it went floating away. Where could I possibly get any carbon in this planet? Are you a real plant? Nope. Fake plants all around me. Cobalt. Why is there a purple radiance going up? Well, I guess we got a somewhat creepy planet. It shall be called Nailswar Minefield. Perfect. Oh yeah, loot could help me. First of all, is there any evil plant? No. Good. Give me my new blueprint. And another scanner mark. Super sad. Condensed carbon, I guess. No, you know what? I don't even have a portable refinery with me. Okay, base computer completed. Now let's get back onto the ship. I guess we can explore next to us. Silver, gold, copper, gold nearby. Silver very close. Silver, sadly, we have a lot. We don't really need that. Silver, gold, copper. I would have gone 490. That's a bit too much. Okay, that's a full round. Where ship? Oh, there. Maybe it would be a good idea to scan some of these things and then shoot at it with our ship. Maybe they have some cool secondary elements beyond the right. Also always good to get loot. Now with that we can make the 6 that we need for repairs. Gone insane. Come on, load faster. How is it looking? Very good. Okay, let's get out of here. So we did the base thing. We haven't gone to the station, and we're still looking for pyrite and paraffinium. What do you offer? Nothing. Come on, Planet UI. I know you can do this. Maybe I'm too close still to the previous planet. There we go. So what do you have? Paraffinium, okay. Good option. What do you have? Nothing interesting to me right now. Sodium mines would not be bad. But right now, paraffinium. So pirate's still my only problem. Honestly, we haven't found a scorched planet yet. So it is indeed a problem. And we do need a bunch of sodium, so maybe we do visit the other planet as well. Let's try to aim for some landmass. We gotta find where that paraffinium will show up on. Always I'm trying to find some decent landing spot, either free or with sufficient interesting material. Let's land in wherever that is. The worst kind of landing spot. Super irrelevant. But that's a lot of sodium plants, so you know what? Might as well land. Navigation. Very good. No loot? No loot. Throw a scan. Highlight the sodium, please. Kinda happy with some new oxygen as well. So I won't neglect that. There's an evil plant behind you, so jackpot. Tasty. Oh, even better. Very good. Salt. Salt. I guess I should examine the plants as well. Maybe they have paraffiniums. This is a very purple plant. It does not give paraffinium. Here. pure carbon and ferrite.
Units received.
Ferrite dust oxygen.
Units received.
There's an entire drop pod right there. I don't know how that happened, but I'll gladly take it.
Units received.
That is one free inventory size.
Units received. Units received.
No. But I guess you did a tiny bruise. It's not especially big. Oh, yeah, that could be. You did a very good hit. Yeah. Accidental damage.
Units received.
Well, it was a very good sofa.
Units received.
So, I have not found any form of paraffinium yet. How about the giant trees though? Nope, just pure carbon.